Hey, today's shirt is doubtful, and it has a chain, sort of like jealous, but I just thought it was cool this time. But if you want the symbolic meaning, then you can just make it up for yourself as long as it's not weird. Anyways, why did I choose doubtful? Well, I think I've struggled with this my whole life, being doubtful. I think a lot of my personality does stem from when my parents split up. I don't know. I'm doubtful in people's promises. And if they're gonna carry through with their promise, I always expect the worst when it comes to that. In some ways, I guess I am a pessimistic, but I would call myself an optimistic most of the time, but it's just when people promise something, I usually expect the opposite, like, oh, I promise I'll bring it to you tomorrow, like a pen or pencil, blah, 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 and then it's tomorrow, and they didn't bring me my pen or pencil, and then I'm freaking out because they totally broke their promise, but I shouldn't have been freaking out because I was totally expecting it, but you get the idea. And I really do think it stems from when my parents got divorced. I don't know. They got divorced when I was 6, like I already said, and that's when you sort of develop your personality more. It's like when you're 5 and 6, around that age. But it's not only in people that I'm doubtful of, it's also God, a lot of times. I remember being little. When I was little, I had like a nightmare every night. It was just crazy. I don't even know how I got these nightmares. I wasn't allowed to watch scary movies or anything. I guess my imagination got the best of me, but like I remember one night, had a really bad nightmare. My mom came in my room because she heard me crying, and then she laid down in bed with me, and she was like, "Okay, Paulina, well, let's pray this time so that, you know, God can take away your nightmares." And I'm like, "No, Mom, no, I just want you to lay here with me. Praying's not gonna help." And then, which then, it doesn't seem like too much of a big deal because I was a little kid, and little kids don't know that much. I'm gonna admit it. Little kids don't know that much. But, now I see, I was like, whoa, that was the doubting spirit right there. Because now I know that God hears all our prayers, and He's going to answer them in one way or another, and I still struggle with that today. I'm doubtful. That's why I get stressed so much. I usually have these pounding headaches. It's like, it's not uncommon for me to say, "Oh my gosh, just don't talk to me. I have a huge headache right now." And it's usually because I'm stressed, and stress comes from doubt. It's oftentimes a product of doubt. And I guess I just need to work on my faith a lot more. So I feel such like a hypocrite because I gave a Bible study the other day on promises and how God always fulfills His promises. And then it's like, I give that Bible study, and then I'm having a huge headache or migraine because I'm super stressed out from whatever it is, school, work, not work, I don't work, not yet, school, family, friends, whatever, but I'm sort of glad I did give the lesson because now I have this stuck in my I have this stuck in my head. It's in the beginning with Noah's Ark. Even if you've never gone to church, I'm sure you've most likely heard the story of Noah's Ark. It's when he gets all the little animals, puts them on an ark, and then eventually he sends a dove out to get an olive branch, and he sends an olive branch. And then eventually you get to the end, and there's a rainbow, and God says, this is my promise to you. I will never flood the earth again, or not in this degree. And the thing about it is, a rainbow is a spectrum. spectrum has all the colors of light. So not only do you have the traditional colors of a rainbow, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, you have all the colors in between. So every single color, you have every color in that spectrum, alright? And then so the colors represent a situation. And since you have the colors in between, you even have those weird situations where you have a little bit of this, but you have a little bit of this. Or you might just have the whole rainbow, and you have to deal with the whole rainbow. And I don't think too many people like dealing with the whole rainbow. Anyways, but it's just something to look back on, because God always fulfills His promise, no matter the situation. So, even if you have the whole stinking rainbow. So, I'm glad that I led the Bible study, even though I so totally feel like a hypocrite about it. I wasn't just preaching to others, I was preaching to myself. So, yeah. Thank you for listening in on this video log, and God can handle your rainbows.